Hey guys, what's going on? I hope this video finds you well. If you're a frequenter? Is that English? Whatever. If you watch my videos on my channel, you'll notice that this is not 5-3 on Lee chess. This is not 1800 to 1900 on chesstempo.com. Today we're gonna do some endgame instruction. So these are all endgames that I learned quite a while ago that I'm now going to try and make some videos for, just to sort of educate people on how to win these basic endgames. Today we're just going to do pawns. Eventually we'll move up to more complicated things like rook endgames. Ooh. Now, today we have to look at this position. And we need to know, just from looking at this position, if it's a win or a draw. Now, there's not much material on the board, but to calculate all of that out would require some serious computational abilities. It would also require that you know if it's white to move or black to move. Now, in this position, it's white to move, and white is gonna win. And it's very simple. Boop, 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 ba-dam, and white wins. Now, black to move is gonna draw. And let's talk about how you know, just from this position, if it's white to move and win or black to move and draw. The simplest way, you'll notice that this pawn, when it approaches here, the king is approaching at a diagonal to get closer to the pawn. We can actually do that in reverse. The king approaches on a diagonal, so instead let's draw the diagonal from the pawn. This is what it looks like. Ta-da! Da-da, da-da. This is called the rule of the square. Now the square is based around this pawn. It has nothing to do with the king. The king doesn't sort of factor in when you're just drawing the square. I have students, or I know people who will put the king as some sort of axis for the square. No, the king has nothing to do with the square. It's only the pawn and the diagonal to the back rank, to the diagonal to the back rank here. Now, if the king can get inside of this square here, remember, pawn, draw a diagonal to the back rank, back to its own rank and to itself. If this king can get inside of the square, he can draw. But if he can't, white promotes. Now here in this position, with white to move, you'll notice the king is still outside of the square. The king is still outside of the square. There's just nothing he can do to stop the pawn. No way to stop it. But if it's black to move, he can manage the draw. Because now we have this exact same square, right? But this time the king can get in. He can get inside this square. So white tries to promote. Ugh. White tries to promote, but the king can just re-enter the square. Tries to promote. Remember, diagonal to the back rank. But the king still promotes. There still gets inside of the square. And now, no matter what white does, we can still stop the pawn. Now, you'll notice here in this position, there are actually two moves that get inside the square. There's king f3 as well as king f4. It doesn't matter where you go, actually. I know it seems strange. It seems strange to go to king f3, but you're still inside the square. You still get in. So no matter what happens, as long as you can get inside of this square here, you can stop the pawn. Let's see what that looks like in practice, shall we? Let's play this position against the computer. Boop. And it doesn't matter what I'm going to do. So, like, it doesn't matter. I have no ego at stake here. So we're going to play against Stockfish. So I have the white pieces, and we know that I'm going to win this position. We know that I'm going to win because the king can't get inside the square. No matter what he does, the king can't get inside the square. And in fact, Stockfish isn't the best partner for endgames because it knows that it's going to lose. So it doesn't even try. It tries to rest in the middle of the board in order to extend the mate as long as possible, which is understandable. I'm just going to abandon the position, even though I know that it's winning, so that way I can show you what it looks like from the Stockfish side of things. So Stockfish knows the king can't get inside of the square. He can't stop it. But I'm going to try anyways. And I just can't get in. I'm just one move too late. So best to just rest in the middle of the board and let him promote himself. But I can abandon this. I can resign in good consciousness, in good faith, because I believe Stockfish can make me a queen up. I think. Let's take a look again, though. Let's take a look at not this endgame, but this endgame with black to move. Again, it doesn't matter because we already know the result, right? We know the result because we draw this diagonal and we know the rule of the square. Here's our square. So what happens? Can the king get inside the square or can the king not? What moves draw? There are two of them. Do you remember which ones they are? King f3 and king f4 both draw because both of them get inside of the square. Let's take a look. King f3. He's not even going to try. Aww. He's not even going to try. Not even going to try to draw. Let's make it a little bit more difficult for him, shall we? Let's make that king work. I'm going to give him some exercise. And the king stops the pawn. Even no matter how this king, he's got good legs. He works out a lot and he can cover the distance. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you're going to do in this position, it's always going to be a draw. Because of the wonderful things he does. Because of the rule of the square. And the fact that the king can get into the square. If it's white to move, white wins. If it's black to move, black draws. Now there are many tactics that we can use to sort of play with this idea. I'm going to give you one example of when the king might have been able to get into the square, but it's blocked. It's blocked by its own pieces here. Now, black to move or white to move, both lose. Here in this position, you can see that the king theoretically could get inside the square, but unfortunately he's blocked. He's blocked by his own pawn. So king here, he's just too far away. He's just too far away, he can't stop it. And after any move by the king, he just can't stop white from promoting. And if we go for promotion, promotes with check is the key to understanding that position. Just a simple idea of the rule of the square. Can the king stop it? No, he can't. Because the king can't get in. Even with white to move, you can imagine it with white to move. Boom, 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 boom. The king's just too slow. Let's see what it looks like against the computer. Doesn't matter because we already know the result, right? We know that the king can't get inside of the square. He's just too slow, no matter what he does. And Stockfish is, again, a bad training partner because Stockfish knows that the game is just lost. He's even going to let me promote with check. So no matter how hard Black tries, no matter what second move or first move by Black in this position, the pawn can always promote because the king is just not strong enough in this position. He's just not close enough to the pawn. I hope that was helpful. I hope you liked that. I hope you learned a little bit from this video, and I'll be doing others about basic pawn endgames. So if you're interested, like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Until then, good luck with your chess journey. Bye-bye for now.